Chicken on the braai can be a delight, or it can be a charred on the outside and raw on the inside disaster. But watch this method. I'm sure you'll have huge success with it. We're going to butterfly the chicken, and the easiest way to do that is simply to cut on either side of the backbone. So just sit the chicken up, and with a really sharp knife or a good pair of kitchen scissors, you cut on either side of the backbone. The other bit that I'm going to chop off that always chars and doesn't look so nice are these very end little wing tips. And now what we do is just to bend this chicken open and just flatten it a little bit with your hands so that you have a nice compact shape. But now if you try to put that chicken on the braai, it's very unlikely that you're going to cook the inside properly before you burn the skin. So the best thing to do is to take the chicken, to put it in the microwave for a short while. Do not cover it, don't do anything to it, just goes into the microwave for approximately 17 to 20 minutes depending on the size, and at 60% power. Here is a chicken that we cooked in the microwave, and you can see a little bit of the juices cooked out, and the chicken is sort of 3/4 cooked now. So through the thick part of the thigh and the drumstick you make slashes, and also through the thick part of the breast you make deep slashes. Now we've got a beautiful new marinade, a Peri-Peri one, which we're going to use today. You pour approximately a cup, 3/4 of a cup, over the chicken. Now at this stage you leave this chicken in the marinade, and if you're going to leave it for about 6 hours or so, leave it outside, because chicken sets quite hard in the fridge. But in the summer when it's really hot and you want to leave it overnight, then it's a good idea to leave it in the fridge. Now we've got a chicken here that has been sitting in the marinade overnight, and you can see how beautifully it has actually penetrated into the bird. Now I'm going to cook this chicken on an indoor grill, but obviously outside on the braai would be first prize, and we're going to cook it under a brick. Now this brick has been scrubbed clean. We've put it on the braai or on the griller so that it warms through, and it's another way of sterilizing the brick properly. Now we take the chicken, and we're going to put the chicken skin side down on a slow griller, and then the brick junnet can go on top of the chicken. Now that chicken will just cook for about 5 minutes under the brick. While the chicken is cooking on the skin side, we can quickly do the potatoes. And seeing that we cater for the chili lovers today, we're also going to do some chilies on the grill. Now the chilies, some people just love eating chilies like that. I must say I'm not one of them. But let the mana do their thing. They get a little bit of rosemary, olive and olive seasoning. And we can just put them on the grill. The potatoes have been cooked until they're tender, but not soft and breaking up. Then we're also seasoning the potato with some of the rosemary and olive. Or we've got a lovely lemon and rosemary seasoning, or you can use our potato seasoning. Oh, it smells really good. So the potatoes can go on the braai when I turn the chicken. Let's have a look and see if this chicken is ready. Thanks, Janet. Oh yes, that looks good. Now before we put the brick back on, this marinade is perfectly good enough to use because it hasn't been in contact with raw meat. Give it a nice little fan job here. Looks good, eh? Okay, Janet, back with a brick. Now while we're finishing off that, these chilies also look as if they're just about ready. Put them on the side here. While we're waiting for the chicken to finish and the potato to finish, we're going to do the chili butter that goes on top. Now you don't have to make such a massive amount of butter. You can, 60 gram is fine, but I just wanted to show you the method of making your own little butter roll that you don't have to pay a lot of money for in the store. And we're going to use a beautiful combination of fresh coriander leaf coriander, chopped up, with some softened butter. And it's a good idea to work on a plate so that you don't, I'm going to use a knife, it's a bit easier, so that you don't get all that butter and garlic. And there's some fresh garlic here and some chopped chili and the fresh leaf coriander. Now you just stand there. This is a nice job for a man. Stand there and just mash it up together until you have a uniform mixture. Now the reason for putting the brick on the chicken is obviously to expedite the cooking, and secondly to cook it absolutely evenly because the brick flattens it. Now for the final time we can just give the chicken one final little brush of marinade. Good. Put the brick back on. Now in this chili butter we're going to put about a teaspoonful of our chili and garlic seasoning. You can just see this must taste wonderful. Now in order to make that little roll of butter, you take a nice big piece of greaseproof paper and remember to put your butter at the bottom part of the paper. Just sort of put it in a longish piece. Now you fold the paper over so that you've got a long piece at the top and a short piece at the bottom. Now grip the short piece with your one hand and then push away from you. And it'll roll into a neat, tight little sausage. You just roll this whole lot up and then twist to tighten your little roll. You just slice that into nice little discs. The way to serve this is you, once again with your sharp knife, just cut right through the backbone, or the breastbone I should say. And then you can cut through on just above the thigh. And above the thigh on this side. So now you have 4 pieces. We put some nice lemon wedges there. Couple of lemon leaves. And then on each portion of chicken, put a piece of the chili butter. The chilies can go on the side, and we've got the potato. Now who says women can't make a braai?